Hi, welcome to the middle school program orientation. We're glad you're here. My name is Anastasia Wren, and I am the middle school and multi-arts camp program coordinator. For introductions, this is also the rest of the continuing studies team. Their names are listed here, and if you ever need to reach out to us, the best way to do that is through this email, saic-youth@saic.edu. So in this presentation, I'll be covering the following topics: the mission of continuing studies at SAIC, the programs we run in continuing studies, the term schedule, next steps for in-person and online courses, progressive consequences for middle school students, and lastly, I will tell you about what to do for additional help and provide you with contact information. So the mission statement of continuing studies at SAIC is to provide an education that harnesses the transformative power of a leading art and design school, a world-renowned museum, and a vibrant city to support the development of critical thinking, rigorous investigation, and playful creativity. Our programs are as such: the adult continuing education, which is for high school graduates ages 18 and up, early college program, as well as the Early College Program Summer Institute and Online Summer Institute, and the program that we're talking about here, middle school programs, which is for students ages 10 through 13. And then we also have the Children's Multi-Art Camps for students 4 to 9 years old. The middle school program offers on-campus courses and synchronous online courses. Synchronous online courses are scheduled for specific days and times. All class meetings are scheduled for Central Time, and students in these courses will use Zoom. On-campus courses meet Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We have 20 courses in 4 sessions. Courses in Session 1 begin in June on Monday the 27th. Session 2 begins Monday, June 11th. Session 3 begins July. Monday is again the 18th of July. And Session 4 begins August 1st. Of the 20 classes we have, only 2 are online, and the rest of the 18 are on campus. And each class works with a classroom assistant in addition to an instructor. In your MSP courses, you may visit our museum, the Art Institute of Chicago, which is an integral part of our students' experience. Visits to the galleries are a key component of most classes. Be prepared to have your student teach you about their favorite pieces in our collection. Students will develop social and emotional skills like confidence, creative thinking, communication, and much more. And our youth programs are designed to allow students to focus on their interests, learn new skills, and bring their ideas to life. Our courses are a great way to make new friends with other youth who share similar interests as well. Again, just a quick detail about online courses. We have 2 synchronous online courses offered, and they're scheduled for specific days and times, and are scheduled for Central Time, and will require students to use Zoom. Now we're going to talk about attendance. Classroom assistants take attendance at the start of each class and report to staff. When your student is absent, you will receive a call. We will leave a message if you're unable to pick up. For planned absences, please notify us ahead of time via email at the SAIC-youth email right here. And just please note that due to the volume of summer courses, we do not have the flexibility to accommodate last-minute changes to drop-off or pickup times. The emergency number when classes are in session is 312-899-8526, the number listed right here. And we also kindly remind you to please not bring your student to campus if they test positive for COVID or are displaying symptoms consistent with COVID. Please email the saic.covid.report@saic.edu, this email right here, and make sure to copy this email on that email. Snack and lunch break. SAIC does not provide lunch or snacks for students, and lunch can be purchased at our Neiman Center Cafe if needed. Snack time occurs midway through the morning and afternoon of each class session. Students are encouraged to bring a snack, and lunch break is 1 hour in the middle of the day. While students must wear a mask at all times, they may remove their masks briefly to eat or drink, replacing them as soon as possible while eating their snacks and lunch indoors. For snack breaks and lunches taking place outdoor, there are no face covering rules or food restrictions. And speaking of food restrictions, just please note that we are a tree nut and peanut free campus. Please make sure you do not include allergens when packing snacks and lunches. And if needed, students should submit an allergy history form and an emergency action plan form. And again, just to reiterate about our allergy conscious space. So the welcome and next steps email. This will be sent to you in the days leading up to the start of class. It will include a reminder to complete your next steps as outlined in the following slides. And this email will come from SAI Youth, this email, the SAIC-Youth email. We recommend that you save this email to your contacts to avoid our emails being filtered into spam. If you do not see it in your inbox by a week before the start of class, make sure to check your spam folder. And after checking spam, if you've still not received your welcome email by a week before the start of class, please contact us. Preparing for your course. To prepare for your in-person course, you will need to activate your SAIC account. This is required for students 5 and older, and submit proof of the COVID-19 vaccination, which is for on-campus students only 5 and older, and submit your SAIC student ID photo. To prepare for your online course, you'll need to purchase your supplies. Please note that students' in-person courses will have supplies available in the classroom. And the other important thing for online learning is getting started with Zoom. This website link here also highlights these next steps. Complete all forms. This can be found in your welcome email and at the MSP Next Steps for Enrolled Students page, linked in the welcome email and at the bottom of the slide. All students should submit their consent form. This is required if you registered by phone or email only. A reminder that if needed, students should also submit an allergy history form and an emergency action plan form. And on-campus students only may elect unescorted dismissal, as well as alternative pickup arrangements. So please note that students are not permitted to leave campus unescorted without prior written approval. Please note that unescorted dismissal status only applies to the time of dismissal at 4 p.m. Early pickup should be prearranged via email at the SAIC-Youth email, and staff will escort your student to the pickup location. If you prefer to allow your child to leave at the end of class without the presence of an approved parent or guardian, complete the unescorted dismissal form. SAIC does not recommend this for any MSP students under the age of 11. Oh, excuse me, just a couple more notes about unescorted dismissal. Students who do not have permission for unescorted dismissal will be released only to the parents and guardians when the student's printed pickup pass or photo of it is presented in the designated pickup location, which will be in front of the Sharp building. The Sharp building is located at 37 South Wabash Avenue. Parents or guardians who wish to remain in their vehicle for pickup must pull up in front of the Sharp building and have the student's pickup pass clearly displayed. It should be noted that parking space is extremely limited on Wabash Avenue. Those who do not wish to wait should fill out the unescorted dismissal form to allow their students to meet them independently. Caregivers will be asked to show the printed pickup pass or a photo of it when picking up students for safety purposes. You will receive your student's pickup pass during day 1 check-in, located in the lobby of your student's drop-off building. This information and links to fill out forms can all be found on the Next Steps for Enrolled Students page, which is this link right here. We will now review program information and next steps specific to in-person courses in the next set of slides before doing the same for online courses. Drop-off. There will always be staff members and your students' classroom assistants. Excuse me. There will always be staff members and your students' classroom assistants present at all the campus buildings for when you're dropping off your students. Middle school program drop-off starts at 8:40 a.m. and ends at 9 a.m. at the Sharp building for all classes, located at 37 South Wabash Avenue. On the first day of class, all parents and guardians of students are required to come into the Sharp building lobby with their student for day one check-in. During this day one check-in, students will confirm their contact information, receive their pickup passes, receive a flyer with important session information, and fill out any allergy history or emergency action forms needed. For timely responses to urgent needs, feel free to email this email. For emergencies when classes are in session, call the emergency line, which is this number. Pickup. There will always be staff members and your students' classroom assistants present at all campus buildings to release your students during pickup. If you choose escorted dismissal, you will need to pick up your student on foot from the lobby of the Sharp building or from your car at the curb in front of the building. For curbside pickup, please have the printed pickup pass displayed in your dashboard to assist staff. For pickup on foot, please have the printed pickup pass or a photo of it ready to present to staff. If you choose unescorted dismissal, your student will be able to exit the building independently at the time of dismissal. Middle school program pickup is at 4 p.m. and middle school program aftercare pickup is at 5 p.m. Please note that siblings in separate buildings are the responsibility of the caregiver. So what will in-person learning look like? In-person classes take place Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. with a 1-hour lunch break and 2 separate 15-minute snack breaks. There's lots of visits to our museum, the Art Institute of Chicago, and other SAIC special collections that enhance the learning experience. Students will have access to amazing art-based resources provided by faculty, and each course provides an immersive experience that teaches young makers both conceptual and technical skills while allowing them the freedom to explore and innovate. 1 week from the final day of each session, a link to our MSP exhibit website will be emailed to you. On that website, you will find a virtual presentation of student work created throughout the class. Due to COVID-19 policies at SAIC, we will not be able to hold in-person end-of-session events for MSP this summer. How to activate your Arctic account. In-person students will need to activate their SAIC accounts. This is important because students on campus classes will need to have an active Arctic account to submit the required proof of up-to-date COVID-19 vaccines. And just for reference, Arctic stands for Art Institute of Chicago. I will now play a video on how this is a screen recording that shows you the steps to activate your SAIC account. So the first step is that you'll want to open your internet browser window and go to this website. It's password.arctic.edu right here. Once you get there, you're going to select Activate Account, which is right here at the bottom, as the mouse is showing you. You'll enter the ID number. Your ID number can be found on your registration confirmation email. Then you'll enter your last name, and then you'll enter your birth date in that format, which is the, for example, 01-Jan for January. Then you'll click to activate. And if you need any help activating your account, you can contact the CRIT Help Desk. Okay, once your account is activated, please take note of your username. This is automatically assigned to you. Ensure that you're inputting your birth date using the format outlined in the video. This is a common error that occurs. A reminder that the format is the 2-digit date dash first 3 letters of the month in all caps. Next, you'll need to create your password. Ensure that it has letters and numbers and contains at least 6 characters. If you run into trouble along the way, this is the information for the CRIT Help Desk. This is their phone number as well as their email, and they can be reached Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Next, we're talking about submitting proof of COVID-19 vaccination. All students enrolled on campus are required to be up to date with COVID-19 vaccines. Up to date means a person who has received all recommended doses in their primary series of a World Health Organization approved COVID-19 vaccine and a booster dose when eligible. All documents must be received 3 weeks prior to the start of your first class. Upload your proof of vaccination using your SAIC account credentials at saic.medicatconnected.com, which is this website right here. After you have activated your SAIC account, you will be able to do this step about 2 days later. And if you have any questions, please contact our Health Services Department. This is our email right here. Another useful email is covidtestingvax@saic.edu. That's COVID testing, VAX, all one word, at saic.edu. To find information regarding submission of your proof of up-to-date vaccination and booster, please visit us at saic.edu/the/SC vaccine. This is what that website looks like. The SAIC Arctic card. Every student entering campus buildings must scan their SAIC Arctic card at the security desk. You will receive an email directly from the Arctic card office with further instructions on how to upload your ID photo. Please remember to submit this photo as soon as possible to ensure that your ID is ready on the first day of classes. Arctic cards are delivered to students in their classrooms on the first day of session. Next, this is a picture of our campus map. You can see there's a lot of buildings that are familiar in areas of downtown Chicago. Most middle school camps will be held in the building number 6, which is the Sharp building, which is located at 37 South Wabash. Middle school program fashion camps are held across the street in building number 7, the Sullivan Center at 36 South Wabash Avenue. So they're quite literally just across the street from each other. And just for your reference, this is a photograph of the Sharp building. This is a photograph of the 280 building, not 100% relevant to middle school programs, but if your child might have a sibling in the 280 building, I thought I'd include this photo for reference. And again, just to reiterate, this Sharp building, the lobby of the Sharp building will be the drop-off and pickup location for all MSP classes, including fashion camp. This is the entrance here. So even if your student has their camp across the street, you will still drop them off at this building. Now we'll discuss online courses. We'll review program information and next steps specific to online students. So what's online learning going to look like? Online classes take place Monday through Friday in 3-hour sessions from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. with a 15-minute snack break. And our online classes include a variety of learning approaches. Students will get first-rate instructions from their instructors, interact with faculty and peers over video conference, play group games, participate in virtual tours of museums, and have independent time to work on projects. Again, online classes are comprised of real-time synchronous instruction and activities with peers in addition to time navigating various virtual resources and working independently on studio projects. Getting started with Zoom, our favorite platform. Zoom is required for online courses only. You will want to start by downloading Zoom, and before your first class, make sure you know how to join a Zoom meeting. All courses and workshops with live sessions are scheduled in Central Time. And this link will be helpful if you need to reiterate any of these points. How to prepare for your online courses. Supplies are not provided for online courses. Instructors have prepared a list that includes common household art making materials with some items to be purchased. If you already have some of the supplies or very similar or the same materials, you do not need to purchase them again. Supply lists for courses can be found at this link right here. The link will be in your welcome email and in the next steps sections of our website. This is what our supply list website looks like. After clicking that link, you'll be brought to the student supply list page and you would select middle school programs. Then you'd select your course based on the date when it starts and it'll bring up your supply list. And please, again, just another note, if you already have similar or the same materials, you do not need to purchase them again. And please feel free to make substitutions where you think it's appropriate. Course websites. Prior to the start of your class, look for an email from our email account, this one right here. And make sure to check your spam folder because sometimes our emails get flagged. In your welcome email, you'll receive the link to your course website and the Zoom link for your class. And this is an example of what your online course website would look like. All online students' MSP classes have a documentation folders that parents will help their students upload work to. Your student's classroom assistant will then upload these materials to feature your students' work on the course website in the student's gallery, which will be here. If you encounter access issues, please feel free to email us at the SAIC-youth email. So something that applies to both online and in-person are just some important rules of conduct and progressive consequences for middle school students. So SAIC Continuing Studies values art classrooms in which all individuals are treated with respect, kindness, and understanding. We work together to build and maintain a safe, joyful, and rigorous arts learning environment where all community members are able to parent or abide by the rules of conduct below and participate in the progressive consequences process as needed. And the full document can be found right here at our next steps page, which is this link. So if you were to ever need help during class, I will review the relevant departments that will be able to assist you depending on what you need. So please note that the SAIC office hours are typically 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. A staff member will be available to respond to emails regarding concerns while MSP courses are in session. If you have urgent needs for the first day of class, feel free to email us here. And again, just to reiterate, the youth program's emergency phone number is listed. For questions about course material, curriculum, and faculty, reach out to the CS Curriculum and Instruction Team, also called the Programming Team. We can be reached at this email or at this phone number. For help regarding registration and tuition, contact the Continuing Studies Enrollment Team. This is the email, cs@saic.edu. These are the typical hours, and you can also register online at any time for a course at this link. For help activating your SAIC account or troubleshooting an error message, contact the CRIT Help Desk. This is their email, as well as their phone number and their hours. And a general rule of thumb when contacting any department, it's very helpful in your email if you include as much of the following information as you're able to, which would be your first and last name, your student's ID number, which again is in your registration confirmation, the classes you're taking, and it's really helpful to include the scheduled start date, and then a phone number you can best be reached at. And again, just to reiterate, the first day of class urgent needs or just general needs right here at this email, as well as the youth program's emergency phone number, which is 312-899-8526. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we look forward to welcoming your students on campus. That concludes our presentation. Thank you.